Okay, so here we are again, and I'm sorry for the long wait. I kind of took a break from KSP due to having to do some things. I had brief vacation and lately a lot of study, but now I'm back here and I really want to get back to my old save and have some and take it a bit further than it was. Now, let's go back to JNSQ exploration. Now, if I remember correctly, I checked my old videos to make sure to check what the situation was. We had just lost Oak 12 mission to solar panels, but at some point it will become usable again. And now I think I have to launch Oak 13 to perform some contracts, I guess. So I think we'll go do that. So in particular, we have, let's see what active contracts we have. We have the scan set contracts for Kerbal and for, what is this? Okay, it's not anymore. And we have the scan set contract for Moon, which is ongoing. Our finances aren't that bad. We have the Moon exploration contract, the part testing contract, which I guess will be done by Oc 13. Same for this, or maybe not, because probably this engine was too big to use. The user strategy and the relay contract and the satellite, which I think are all objectives of Oc 13. So now let's see Oc 13 completed and roll out. Perfect launch. Okay, here we are. Now let's not forget, now SAS on. Let's not forget about activating KOS. Oh yeah, there's the landing gear we need to test. So now let's click on the probe. Yeah, here. Open terminal. Also set visual and reset it on the rocket. Okay. So now copy path. Now let's see if I remember the syntax. PE detect. Okay, typo. So copy path 0 call PE detect. Should be this one. Yes, PE detect. That's weird. PE detect. Oh yes, run. PE detect. There we go. Now we can close it. Let's check the staging. So boosters, first stage, stage SEP, second stage engine, probe, and oh, we also have a reserve propulsion here. So let's go. Oh, precision control. We're gonna have our usual launch profile where we first ascend straight and then turn abruptly at stage separation. And hello there, Nebula. Thank you for your very sus comments. Very inspiring. Okay, almost there. Stage and turn. What is my apopsis? 60 kilometers. Come on, don't stop there. Hello there, Francesco. Turn flat. Oh, I see. The payload looks to be very unbalanced. Yeah, it's indeed been a long time. And it's nice to be back here in KSP. Okay. Now this is probably inefficient as hell, but it actually probably reduces problems like drag and heating. Most rockets almost exploded due to excessive heating during ascent, so I guess I also lost a lot of potential delta V to drag, I guess. This is probably not as bad as it looks. Okay, and the first stage has burnt out. Now let's not stage it because it gives us a bit of inertia. Recap of what happened. So basically, this is one of your standard lunar orbiter which I'm doing for contracts. There is also a lander that I was that I launched towards Moon for basically for science and because the Moon probes strategy requires it. However, that I forgot to turn its solar panels towards the sun, and so basically I lost all electric power, and now I have to wait until it turns into a right direction. So now let's extend the antenna, and let's wait for a proper. Okay, now let's open Kerbalism automation. Is there anything? Oh yeah, we have reserve antennas. Very well. We have experiments. I don't know why I have two of them. Light? Where is the light? Oh, here and there. So now let's wait until apopsis, so that's like 1 minute and something. There. Okay, 10 degrees of elevation will be perfect. And time warp. So it's slow to enter orbit, but it is what it is. So now like OhC12 is the one that we lost, and as you can see the electric charge is depleted. Let's get this back to 10 degrees. Back to time warp. I think I'll turn back on notifications. So CFG. Oh yes, batteries are included in the notifications. So now let's get back to our current mission of 13. There we go. Automation as I like to keep it. And oh, okay, we lost comms. That's not a problem because the shutdown will trigger automatically. Right now, beautiful. We just need for connection to come back online, and then we can plan our maneuver node, since we can't do that unless we have a direct link to ground. I should probably build a relay network. Okay. Hello there, Devang. Set Moon as target. Moon looks closer than it Is it me or Mimos is really close here? I don't know. Looks weird. What's my inclination? 1.2 degrees. Won't be a problem. Let's hide some junk. No, let's not. Okay, add maneuver. Perhaps this seems to be in a decent spot for maneuvering. Okay, focus view. Now this is our target orbit. And we can see it goes in that direction. So I was thinking I could, now let's go to orbit or to the maneuver node. And I want the periapsis to be on the other side of moon. That way we can perform a capture burn and is that a good idea? Well, yes. Okay, I like this encounter. Wait, what is the condition for the relay on in the satellite? Oh, okay. What are the conditions? Okay, I'm gonna need the one for the satellite. Okay, apophysis. Okay, so I have to go a bit closer here. So I probably have a correction. So now, focus view back to the spacecraft. Let's already point it in the correct direction, more or less. There. Now warp to maneuver, and I want to be sure that I have a good connection. Now, where is the next ground station? The next ground station is kind of far. It actually should be able. I actually should be able to get a link to it. So I'm gonna attempt the maneuver anyways. Worst thing that happens, I'm on a bad trajectory, but I can correct for that. I have plenty of delta V. Oh no, I can't. Well, next orbit it is. I really need that satellite network. Also, can I correct for my ascending node? I don't know. Okay, trajectory doesn't look that bad. Yeah, I like it. I actually don't, but I'm gonna do with it. This is a slow time warp. Electric charge, okay, yes it is. Okay, 1 minute. Connection is decent. Go. Oh crap. I always forget to look up how to fix this weird glitch that's probably due to KOS messing with my engine controls. So I have to reload the spacecraft. So let's go to the tracking station and let's then hover back to OhScrap 13. Okay, OhScrap 13. Okay. Nice sunrise. Screenshot time. We are almost to start staging. Staging. Connection is very good. We should not have problems on that front. Just 30 more seconds. Burn to go. Yeah, it's not gonna be an issue. But I'm gonna throttle down now. Perfect. Excellent. Now, okay, all the stages of the rocket were destroyed. Now, let's point our solar panels in a good way, satisfactory, and walk to the moon. Now let's see what are our objectives. First, we want to get a suborbital. We want to get a suborbital trajectory for the landing gear. We want a relay with a apopsis below 1.1 millimeters, and we want to deliver the satellite to the final orbit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circularize these at 1.2. Well, I'm going to plan a correction maneuver around here to get this orbit more equatorial. Then I'm gonna circularize just below 1.1 millimeters. And then I'm going to begin the transfer to the higher orbit, and while I'm there in a high orbit, in a highly elliptical orbit, I'm going to briefly go suborbital. Now let's get a capture burn. It's roughly in this plane. I sure like it. And also the close-up axis isn't bad. Okay, we can work there. I shouldn't spend all this time into map mode. Okay. Now, of course, it wasn't precisely that moment, but we are so far out in space, the exact timing doesn't really matter that much. Orbit is good. Take a screenshot. The shadows are acting funny. Okay. Now walk here. And we should not have problems with the connection since we'll have relays. Okay, point retrograde. And capture. There we go. Relay is done. Look at the moon. Nice. Okay, so now our next mission is to begin transferring to the relay orbit, which I guess I'm gonna do by pointing forward and raising my apoapsis. Until it's roughly in the right spot. There. Looks okay to me. Next, I'm going to wait until I'm gonna circularize. I'm gonna correct for ascending node when I get into high orbit because it's gonna be more efficient. Now let's drop here. Let's point retrograde. Now remember, we want to test the landing gear, which we have here. We want to test it into a suborbital trajectory because the contract asks us to do that. Where is the moon? Where is the moon? Where did it go? Oh, it's probably dark. Probably somewhere right there. Oh, yeah, it's there. Now, we want to test the landing gear in a suborbital trajectory. So, we're gonna do just that. Suborbital trajectory. Now it says here to run the test. There is a run test button here. And that's done. More cache. Very good. Next, point forward, and let's get this orbit pinned down. Okay, now we need to do some precise maneuvers to get the orbit we really want. So now we have here a descending node, and we're gonna correct for that. This looks to be okay. Work there. It's gonna take 2 days, and focus on the spacecraft itself. Okay, we have a probe that's in short circuit, and we have a broken. Did Orc 12 just die? I should have read that OhScrap message. Oh, that's unfortunate. pretty sure we lost it. Well, I had to review the stream to know it for sure. Anyway. Anyway, we have experienced a couple of failures. Happens. That's not gonna threaten the mission. But now we're down to just one portable NFX. I mean, this protocol just doesn't want to work. It's really not the first time it fails. Okay, now it's time to get this mover set up. Maybe a bit retrograde. Yeah, looks amazing. 22 meters of delta V, meters per second. I beg your pardon. And we just need to survive those 6 hours without anything bad happening to our spacecraft. And now burn towards the moon. And yes, we got the contract. Finally, after all this time. Yes. How's our money doing? 220,000. Let's go. Finally, plenty of success. Plenty of success. It was about time. So now Kerbalism, yeah, OhC12 seems to not exist anymore, so I guess it was in an unstable orbit and it crashed somewhere. Oh, there's a solar storm in progress. Well, I guess we are not gonna have any more problems. Well, we can now just forget about that mission. So now, what's the direction we want to go? Now we have these two in progress as usual. The altimetric scan of the moon is nearing completion, and we have the usual long-term goals plus this contract, which was probably a mistake. But if there's a thing I want to work towards, is getting this one, the returning home from the moon, from the surface of the moon. Now, the problem with that is entry from in Kirby's atmosphere from lunar distances. Because, well, it's quite hard and I don't have a proper heat shield. But I want to see, when will I get a decent heat shield? Is this the decent heat shield? Oh yes, it is this. So I just need 10 more science points. Now, where do I get 10 science points? Now, bathymetry data, I still haven't understood how it works. So now, is there anything I have to do? I haven't done light in low space around the moon. Well, it's not 10 points anymore. Now, mystery go. Let's see how mystery, the materials bay. I've just done it in Kerbal, and it gave me 2.7 science points. So it sounds like potentially doable. When it sounds reasonable that if I can get it airborne for a long enough time, I can get some good results. Yeah, let's work towards that. Now, I couple this with some small pattern scheme contracts as usual. I know you're probably bored of them, but I need them to progress. So, pairing test something on Earth? Of course we'll do that. More. Skip the trajectory on Moon? No, thank you. Oh, this is gonna give us... Oh! This is actually gonna give us the heat shield for free. So I'm gonna get this. So now I basically have access to the heat shield part for testing purposes. But I'm gonna do the mystery glue thing anyways. Now the idea is to get it to last. We want to get the mystery glue airborne for as long as possible. So let's start with a hex protobodyne, because I want to give them flight experience. Let's put them, 2 of them, like there, just to test them. The reliability is pretty poor, and I want them to fly, get some experience. Also, I now the flag, which I designed right for this thing, for this career. So, Science Junior, aka the Materials Bay. Now, we need... How much electric charge does it need? That's weird. I remember a different value. Whatever. How much electric charge it needs? 2.04 per second. It lasts 20 minutes and 46 seconds. So that's 20 times 60 plus 46. So we need 2.5 thousand units of electric charge to actually complete the experiment. So let's do just that. We no longer have any practical part limit, so that's not going to be a problem. You can just stack a stupid amount of batteries in here. So I'm gonna take this, that. This is kind of expensive because it sells twice the electric charge at more than 4 times the cost. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna... Now we need 25 of these, so now we have 6 symmetry. Hello there, Vietnamese toast. I hope you are having a good day. Yeah, this is more. This is plenty of electric charge. It also even looks kinda... It looks like it is all the same diameter, so it even looks decently good. Let's also have some solar panels to try to get them, to have them charged, keep them charged. I'm going to put them here. Not gonna work well. Oh, I can translate. Oh, I can move them. So now let's do that. That looks decent. It's not even that illegal, I guess. Well, I'm making it illegal. Now, parachutes. We are going to have... Oh, we only have this one. I'd really like to have 2 of them. Do we have any structural parts? Playing. We have a pylon. Oh, I could get a pylon. It's only 50 kilograms. Oh no, it's 100 kilograms. Anyways, I'm going to have it like here, like that. I hate this. Okay, so like that. So you can get 2 parachutes. Okay. Now this is basically a piece of metal, so I can kinda clip it. Now let's have it deploy at 1005 kilometers and have it at 10 degrees, which I guess will improve drag. Now let's say we fall from 5 kilometers at a rate of, I don't know, 5 meters per second. You're gonna get 1,000 seconds of fall time, which is actually good for our purposes of Mr. Good. Soil materials bike. Next, we have parachutes. We have science should be good. Let's see our engineering report. So we have parachutes. We have it says here that we won't use the electric charge, but be sure we'll use it. We have antenna problems. I don't know if these will be key, but let's just slap 2 of them there. I hope they don't cost too much. Like so. Yeah, no, they're cheap. Now, finally, we want a rocket. Now I'm going to have a decoupler because if it ends up being necessary, I'll ditch the rocket. But surely reusing it will be something that I'd like to do. Now, isn't SRB enough? Now it's going to get a very good fast rate ratio. I'm going to have it burn longer. It's gonna burn for 45 seconds. Should get to our altitude with no problem at all. Now fins. I'm going to go for these ones. They look big and strong. Oh, they are the standard one. When it's about getting your center of pressure down in order to get stability, it's never too much. Now let's call this sawdust. I don't know. 15. And there's no problem in this vehicle. Let's get 2 more batteries. Some more batteries. Let's put this, where do I put them? Like these. Okay, now that's definitely enough batteries. And what can I say except let's go. Yeah, let's build the thing. And oh. I forgot about the all the things I have to test on the ground. So now I'm gonna modify the vehicle and add them to do everything in the same launch. Okay, maybe. So that's 15, which is probably overkill. I don't think I built these many sawdust vehicles. So now I'm gonna have a sort of detachable testing section, which is gonna have all the things I'll test on a radial decoupler and a structural mount or something like that. Now, where is coupling? Here, this is 38K coupler, and I have a structural thingy. Fantastic. Let's put it even lower so that it truly touches the ground. Excellent. Now, what do we have to test? Goldfish liquid fuel engine, which I guess will be really useful for small vehicles. And liquid fuel engine, and that's it. Save edits. Now we can actually wait for the contraption to be built. I like how this single thingy will take more time than our fully fledged Marsh A launch vehicle, but it is what it is. Oh, our science has already gone up by a tiny bit. Guess something does make this something. Okay, roll out. Just 15 minutes. You can see it's a light vehicle. And oh no, I didn't want to go here. I want to go here. Now this vehicle doesn't have anything to store more materials than default, so I can't run it 2 times. Or in any case, materials are limited, so I can't run it 2 times if I have more capacity to store the results of experiments. But enough talking, let's do the things. So now, activate engine, and that's one test done. Activate the other engine, and that should be another test done. That's weird. Okay, perform test. Okay, that's good. We got our meager returns, but I mean, those were spawn tests. Now let's decouple this thing. Oh, that was violent, but at least it won't get destroyed by the plumes. Now, SAS. Let's also go to our automation tab. Let's set our materials bay to waiting. Now our parachutes are set to do anything. Precision control. Oh, come on. Oh, I want to see what transport does. Now let's recover vehicle and recover it to VAB. It, now, if it's what I'm thinking, trash part will basically swap the broken part for a new one, but I can't be sure about it. So I want to see it. I mean, I don't experience that many failures anymore, especially not ones that I can reuse. But that's something I have to know for sure. Now let's go see it. Tested. What else? Let's try. I don't care. I mean, worst thing that happens, I've lost some time. Okay, roll out. Because things like Kerbal construction time and all the reuse, not reuse vehicle and stuff can be confusing at times, unintuitive. I mean, it's not what KSP was designed to do. So it's really pushing the game to its limit, not really in its like performance, but more like an interface. So let's see. Now, as said, the great question is the booster still broken? No, it's a yes, precision. Yes, it is. Can I repair? No, I can't. Well, recover to VAB and let's retry. Well, it's really broken. It's now been established that that booster is defective. Done. Great. Edit. Is there not like a repair a repair booster button? Because like I'd expect from the mod to have at least an indicator of the fact that the booster is broken. Anyway, let's select the grain geometry. Okay, that's it. Parachute staging is good. It's a full day to convert it. to the pod. There. So, SAS, precision control. Let's make sure the materials bay is waiting. It is. So, after all, we are ready to go. Not again. Is this brand new? I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Yeah, turns out we got 2 consecutive failures. You know, can happen. Not pleasing. I mean, this reminds me of like the first time I installed OhScrap. I was like in a sandbox save just to see how it worked, and I was also trying Kerbalism and many other things, and I just threw together a little moon rocket to get to the moon, and I was mainly mainly wanted to test life support and stuff like that. And it had four boosters, and I just could not get it to work because not the 4 boosters just could not light up. Well, not all of them, and I just always end up having a failure. That's what OhScrap is. I mean, that's also what happened to all the early Marsh A launches. I don't think I've used the hammer booster that much in this career, which actually explains why it is still not performing that well. There. Let's get it to orange. Maybe it brings us a bit more luck. Green geometry and things. I also like how I subject myself to the pain of not being able to use the thrust multiplier slider on solid boosters because oh no, you have to use grain geometry, that's more realistic, and then I thought on my liquid engine just like everyone does. But hey, we're not here for coherence. Well, not that much. That solar storm has been raging for how long? That's a long solar storm. I remember having more money than that. That's weird. What drained my funds? And now remember, the objective of this series of missions is just to get science from the mystery goo from the atmosphere. Okay. Oh, finally. Now hopefully we'll actually get to the 5 kilometer mark. and the experiment is running. Yeah, we're gonna get 5 kilometers without any problem. No! Oh, that's what took my money. That's where my money went. Failing a contract. That sucks. That sucks. Well, in any case, I probably would not have been managed to do that in time, in any case. So, whatever. Now, oh, I should have waited for the parachutes. But, doesn't matter. I'm gonna complete the experiment in time in any case. Now we are curbing, flying low without any biome problems. That's very good. And now we just have to wait for our 6 science points to flow in. Now we are going really fast. That's gonna change now that my parachute's open, I hope. Okay, now let's see what our terminal velocity ends up being. Now, 8 meters per second. 8.8. So we're gonna have a fall of 4,354 divided by 8.7. So we're gonna fall for 500 seconds. Now we need, that's too much. I'm ditching the booster. Now this is gonna buy us a lot more time. So we should actually manage to finish most of the experiment. So 4,200 meters at 5.5 to the descent rate is more than 700 seconds, which is not satisfactory, but we can cope with that. I mean, it's gonna be an excruciating wait in any case. Now this swim sure is filled with action. I think a Kerbalism should actually deal with the spacecraft even if I go back to the Space Center. Oh, but I don't even have an option. I don't have an option to go back to the Space Center, so no, actually I'm not gonna do that. It's weird though, because like 13 times 60 equals 780 seconds. It doesn't. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna actually complete the experiment, but let's see, we'll see. I mean, I can't warp more than 4 times, so let's see. We can only wait. Is electric chargeable? No, not at all. Well, we are already at 2.9 science points. 2.1. And the descent rate only keeps going down. I could finish it in like a second launch. Well, maybe I'll recover the science part intact, just to have it ready for another go. I mean, I can even like splash it down and do it in the sea. to get even more science points. Yeah, this descent is really slowed down considerably. Well, it looks like I'm gonna recover at least 5 science points, which isn't bad. So gonna land right next to the pad. And recover to VAB. Finally, some science. 42. Now I want to see, there's some strategy. It pays me for, what is this? This is like the only strategy available. I can't accept it. Removes reputation loss on contract decline and randomly modifies contracts to rewards and penalties. I don't know. I wanted to see when massive scale launches triggers. Now, reaching ability for a vessel of at least 20 tons, it's not yet in our not really in our capacities yet. But it's gonna be very nice when we'll have the capacity to do that. Now, what I want to begin work on is a probe to go back from Moon. Now we have it's like safe link to an active satellite. Now let me check. Engine failure, so no. Investigate a functioning satellite. Rendezvous Oak 1 and then vessel. Where is Oak 1? Could be doable. New satellite here, new satellite there. Work on a satellite constellation. Does Sapling Tree work? I have a text file that tells me everything. Oh, no. Sapling 3 is dead. No, sorry, I looked at the wrong one. Yeah, no, it can't maneuver. Is there a, like, a Kerbin relay? I have to put a satellite with a lot of dishes in orbit of Kerbin. 900G. If I see how that antenna rating actually combines, that might be interesting. Now it's actually time to basically start working on the moon return mission, which will also be a relay. Because why not? As usual. Now, I'll have now what I want to do is I want to test a return capsule returning from lunar distances, and I want to check that it's stable and that it can survive re-entry. So I'm gonna do that via a simulation. Now I don't trust the hex, I want it protobodyne. Then I want the science return unit. Where is it? I don't have one. I have already this saved probe somewhere. It's OK11. Oh yeah, I don't have one, but I do have a heat shield now, an experimental one. So where is it? Where is it? There we go. Now this is a heat shield. So now let's save this and let's get you testing. So I'm gonna get a coupler. This sucks. And a fuel tank and an engine. This is gonna have plenty of delta V. Staging will all happen at once. Now start the simulation in orbit at an altitude of 85,000. On Kerbin, start. And now I'm gonna move it into a highly elliptical orbit to simulate lunar entry. Excellent. Perfect. I'm basically burning towards the atmosphere. That's a problem? Not anymore. Restart the simulation because I botched it. Atmospheric entry happened too fast. Now we're gonna do things well. We are gonna go radial in only at the end of the maneuver. will I even be able to touch the atmosphere? Yes, I will. I'm gonna skip back into space. But it probably looks stable. I'm gonna do another pass. I don't care. I hope it's gonna steer it by itself to stability. I mean, that's gonna be an important test. I mean, the probe has to be able to survive even if it's basically dead. This is not, I'm restarting the simulation because this isn't working. Why is it so difficult? Should have started from a lower altitude. But you know, 85 is fine. It's just 5 kilometers. I'm gonna burn gently down. And then I'm going to turn... No, it's not a gravity assist. I'm testing the re-entry from lunar distances. I want to see if the probe remains stable and if the heat shield can tolerate the heat. Okay. We're good. We are good. Okay, so now the stability seems to be there. Nothing really exploded. You know, antenna, coupler, antenna, fuel tank, engine, but nothing that but no mission critical component exploded. Now we are passing through 50, 60 kilometers, and we actually got an orbit next to apopsis next to Moon. So the conditions are actually realistic, and I'm happy with the... Now let's see how it goes. It's going well for now. Heat shield is holding up fine. I also want to see how much ablator I use. Oh, that's sure a lot of ablator. What happens if I run out? And I'm skipping right into the atmosphere. But at least my periapsis is quite low now, in contrast to other times. Yeah, OK 11 batteries are empty. Yada yada yada. Almost there. Okay, now we are in the completely wrong direction. Come on, turn, turn, turn. Oh yes. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Don't I'm restarting the simulation once more. And this time I'm getting it correct. Now I know. Now I must not skip back into space. If I skip back into space, it's gonna lose electric charge and die. I have to be slow about this. Let's get a periapsis of like 80 something kilometers, then keep it, and then turn abruptly at the end. Time to turn. Okay. Good trajectory, good trajectory. This is the one. There's always something that's overheating. Okay, good, good, good. We are still slowing down. Okay, I don't think we skip back into space. Now the question is, what happens if the ablator runs out? We're already at kind of low speeds. Now we are basically at orbital speeds. Oh! That's not good. Yeah, definitely the design doesn't work. But is this the only heat shield we have? How does one re-enter from lunar distances with that thing? Okay, the Orc 11 mission is not on the table in the near future. Hmm. Well, I guess we can call it a day. At least we got the mystery glue and the Ox 13 mission done. Um, so I really want to understand how to actually get a function issue, because even the one with ablator doesn't seem to work. Maybe it's just the trajectory. Maybe I must do a much more shallower entry, I think. Well, we'll see. In any case, that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all for tuning in, and goodbye.